Hello, welcome to a new video. In this video, we are just showing you how to plug the tooth using a thread or string. In the case of kids, in their beginning stages, their tooth may start shaking, and it will go away, and a new tooth will come. That is the happening. So when a tooth starts shaking, how to easily pluck it using a thread or a string. So that is what just showing here. You have to do it very carefully, because unless we do it very carefully, it may kids may get afraid of it. So what you have to do is just to make a knot using this thread. Thread is the usual thread that we use to stitch our cloth and normal type of thread, and make it two fold in order to make it stronger. That means two line, make it using the thread, and after that convert it to a knot. Take that knot and just try to hang that knot onto the tooth which is shaking, as seen in this video. Actually, now taking a little time to place that knot onto the tooth, because there is not that much gap between the teeth that is shaking. Hence, that small knot that we have made using the string to be placed exactly onto the tooth. That is what we're doing now. Once it is clearly placed, things will be easy. So the thing you have to remember is, now you have to once the knot is correctly placed on the tooth, you have to immediately just give a pull, a strong sudden pull of the string, so that the tooth must be plucked or must come off. That is the procedure. Finding it a little difficult to exactly place that knot into the tooth which is shaking. So it is taking actually usually some kids will be afraid of doing this, but here that problem is not there. So I am just slowly tightening the knot. Just ensure that the knot is properly placed. Otherwise, once we pull it, if it is not properly placed, once we pull it, it will not be successful. Now see, I am going to pull it. Give it a sudden pull. Okay, now it is done. All you have to do is, once the knot is correctly placed on the knot, just pull it. Give it a sudden pull. That sudden pulling of the string will plucked. This also nobody will, even the kid will not know it was plucked. So many of you know this oldest method, but there may be some of you who are not familiar with it. Maybe some of you may have heard this, but not seen actually what is it and how it is. So for those people, it may be this video may be helpful. The important thing you have to remember is ensure that the tooth is sufficiently shaking. Don't attempt to pluck a tooth that is not sufficiently shaking. This tooth is actually heavily shaking, hence we are so it will be easily. Otherwise, what will happen is the thread may broken, and the tooth will not plucked also. Then the kid may get afraid. So in order to avoid that, just be very careful. So